Hey there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. I'm your host, PattSun, and today we're going to be taking a look at r/Surviving Infidelity, where OP served his cheating wife's divorce papers at work. Let's begin. Am I the asshole for sacrificing my daughter's college fund because her sister just gave birth to her fourth child? Posted by Reddit user Throwaway.
My older daughter gave birth to her fourth child 6 months ago. She used to work as a dishwasher, but due to health issues stemming from her second child, chronic back pain, and then her third child, after effects of broken tailbone and more chronic pain that made standing and moving around hard, she can no longer work. She tried her best, getting an office temp job, but after about a week the woman supervising her said this isn't working out. She was a very uptight woman who claims just because always took her 3 days max to train everybody else to the data entry work, that she can't just be a good person and accommodate slower learners. That woman likely caused her to get a bad reputation at the temp agency and she didn't get hired elsewhere. My daughter's boyfriend works at Walmart. He had many more hours when she was pregnant, but since then his hours have ebbed and flowed. He said he will take a day in the future to look for jobs, but it's the holidays and he's busy with family. I feel a lot of empathy for my daughter and her boyfriend and wish I could help them out more. But I myself am a single mom working for a nursing home where I struggle to get full-time hours, and my ex ran up a lot of debt in both our names and is now living in another country. My younger daughter has a college fund. The amount in it would be enough to pay a large amount of a 2-year community college tuition, given the scholarships and grants she would likely get. She's applied to 4-year universities with the understanding that she'd be taking out loans and working. So she's deciding between 4 years and community college. The other shoe dropped after my older daughter's landlord found out that they were having her boyfriend's brother and girlfriend living in their one-bedroom in exchange for them helping with the rent, and they got evicted. My daughter agrees it was wrong to lie to the landlord, and both parents are depressed because her boyfriend got a job offer 1 state away and they would have to move from their support network. They came to me asking for help so they could have more time to find financial stability here. I was torn, but seeing my grandkids, I knew my duty was to care for the most vulnerable in the family. So I will be making calls to liquidate my daughter's college fund, saying yes to understanding the penalties, and told my daughter this.
Everything you say to me is pissing me off.
She got very cold and said, "You always brag about having a good memory. I hope you remember this moment then." She has not spoken to me since. Spent Thanksgiving inquiring with family friends to see if hospitals are keen to hire college students for kitchen or reception or anything. Made some cryptic posts about how she hopes she'll be grateful one day that she won't have the privilege of studying anything outside of something technical, because she needs something where she'll always be able to find a job in. Am I the asshole?
So let me summarize your entire situation, OP. Your oldest daughter could barely afford 3 kids, has chronic pain, no job, her boyfriend only works a minimum wage one, and they decided that a 4th kid would be a great idea. And then, the brilliant solution you thought of was to piss off your younger daughter and fuck with her future because the older one makes bad decisions. Did I miss anything? OP, do you not see how stupid that is? Look, there was an option for them to move so they could get more money, but they won't do it. Do you know why? Because you are rewarding the daughter making poor life choices at the expense of the daughter who was trying to make a better life for herself. Asshole move, OP. And now for today's second story. Sloppy Joes and Mac and Cheese. Posted by Reddit user bpink.
2 weeks ago, I found out my wife was having an affair for the last 2 to 3 months with a same-sex coworker. She claims she's not gay and has never been attracted to women and is very confused. She claims she needs space, but as she is in a deep depression but never diagnosed, I've learned that space is really just her existing. I have spent the last 3 days at my parents' house out of state after being out of town for work all of last week. We've both been seeing a counselor, the same counselor, just separately, which I'm starting to wonder if that's a good idea or not. I'm devastated but willing to work on our marriage. She initially claimed that at first, but the last 2 weeks have made me wonder. Her family is a very strong Christian family, and now I'm afraid if I am the one she wants to move forward with, it will be because she didn't want to reveal her true self, which neither of us know what that is at this point or this situation, to her family. I'm doing everything in my power to offer her support, help her get help to address her depression. We haven't talked in 3 days as I try to give her space and it's killing me inside. I'm struggling. Has anyone ever dealt with a similar situation? This holiday season has definitely lost its cheer and I'm gutted. Any advice or words of encouragement are appreciated. Also, my messages are open if anyone wants to talk with me through this. First update. Just saw my ex-wife's new Facebook picture. She moved out last Monday. I've been doing okay, but it's all I can think about lying in bed. Is she happy with her new girlfriend? Does she hurt like I do? When does the torture stop? I have had some good days, but these bad days make me feel like I've made no progress. I miss her so much. I miss the life we built. Just venting here because I don't want to message her. I did message her, but I unsent it after 5 minutes when I saw she hadn't seen it. This shit is so hard to navigate. Second update. Not sure how to feel. I wasn't the one who ever wanted a divorce and I've had to do all the hard work. Soon-to-be ex-wife moved out beginning of January after she had an affair with a female coworker and allegedly has since fallen in love with. I'm doing this with the belief it'll take back June 12th. If I don't do it tomorrow, it'll forever be my wedding anniversary. It needs a new meaning but having a hard time tonight. I don't really know how to describe what I'm feeling. It's like you feel like you failed, but I also know it wasn't my fault, but that doesn't make me feel any better. I messaged her last week and told her I was going to file June 12th, our anniversary, and I got no response. She used to be my best friend and I still hate that I'll never truly know what the fuck happened to her. Life's tough, but I'm doing much better than I was in January and I realize this is just another step in the moving along process. Still sad though. Sorry, just ranting at this point. Needed to type some words out. Short update. I went to the attorney's office today. On my way, I called her mom out of respect. I wanted her to know that I was headed to file for divorce. Her mom told me she had been thinking of me knowing today was our anniversary. My ex hadn't told her yet that I was filing. My ex kind of ghosted a lot of people during this process. Anyways, her mom told me I was doing the right thing by moving forward and that my ex was probably just waiting for me to file since she has been incapable of doing anything that resembles a responsibility of the divorce process. We shared a couple of tears together and I thanked her for always showing love and welcoming me into their family. Went in and signed the papers, requested her be served at work, and back home I went. Called my mom on the way, shared a couple tears with her and all is good now. This shit really helps with good friends and family in your corner. Made dinner reservations tonight at my favorite Italian spot in town with some friends. It's actually the place we had our rehearsal dinner 2 years and a day ago. Really working backwards today to erase the heartache. But it's going to allow me to move forward stronger by feeling everything that I'm doing today. Third update. My story is pretty well documented in my posts. I'm at a stalemate with the situation and I'm so fucking annoyed. Soon-to-be ex-wife had an affair last fall. Said she was gay, blah blah blah. She moved out January 4th. She did some sketchy shit back in February. I told her no more funny business and she has to be the one to file for divorce. Months go by, she does nothing. So June 12th I file for the divorce. Certified mail sent to her work. 2 weeks go by and no response. Attorney messaged me and asked to reach out to her via email. I say no problem, whatever gets this over with. I found out tonight, she hasn't responded to emails. Like what the actual fuck? This fucking idiot wanted the divorce and we're still just chasing her. She doesn't respond to texts. I have no fucking idea. It still breaks my heart to see someone just become a completely different person. She was so smart and so responsible and now she just ghosted myself and her entire family. I just want to close this chapter, but I literally can't by her own neglect. Anyone else been through this with a wayward partner who fell off the face of the earth? How did you close that chapter? Fourth update. I'm 9 months past D-Day and it's becoming clear to me that I have some PTSD from my soon-to-be ex-wife's affair. I have a counselor who I'm comfortable with and has given me great advice, but my sister is wondering if maybe I need some more clinical treatment to help me move forward and heal. Also, the loneliness that is brought on by a divorce. Did anyone add a pet to their life and what changes did you see in yourself? I know the stresses of having a puppy, but I feel like focusing my stress on other things such as training a puppy will be a solid, healthy distraction. Would love to hear other thoughts, opinions, and things others have done when trying to move forward. Final update. 365 days ago, I made sloppy joes and mac and cheese for dinner. I was just getting into the Christmas spirit. After dinner, I asked my wife if she wanted to watch a Christmas movie. She agreed. I sat on one couch, she laid on the other to my left. Sectional seating without a sectional couch. I look over to see her type "Hey baby" to someone on Snapchat. My heart sank. There's no way, I thought. So I watched the movie, but my mind ran laps for the next 20 minutes. I had to move around, so I went and cleaned the kitchen. That vision of her phone texting on Snapchat ingrained in my head. I couldn't deal with it. I had to know. So calmly, I confronted her. I said, "I'm not mad. I'm not accusing you of anything, and I trust you. But I know you said 'hey baby' to someone. Who was it?" I was met with denial and hesitance, and that's when I knew and my nightmare began. I pried. She, being a terrible liar, all but confirmed what I thought. But who? Turned out to be her female coworker who tried to befriend me no more than a month ago in our very home. Nice to my face, devious behind my back. A true coward. After 30 minutes of questioning, I had to talk to someone. Still calm and stoic. Just processing. I call my best friend. He would know what to say. No ring. Try again. No ring. I call his wife. She tells me he's out of the country for work. She can tell something's wrong, but I just tell her to have him call me when he can if she talks to him. My emotions building. I need someone. Trying to avoid telling my family, but I needed my mom. So I called her, and I think I bawled and sobbed for 30 seconds before I even said a word. That night was the night I became a broken man. The next month I was met with more lies, more indecision, more coldness. Pursuing her affair while I'm out on business, and even using visiting her friend, whose husband was cheating on her, to instead go visit her affair partner. She became a shell of the person that I even fell in love with. I wanted to reconcile. She never gave it a chance. We separated January 4th. I wish I could say the divorce is finalized. I found out today that's not the case. I needed the divorce decree as we prepped for the sale of our old home. I found out today she never signed the docs, lol. They've been available since July. This is how the last year has been. Me doing everything while she drags her feet and does nothing. Again, a shell of the person who she was, and that's where I find solace. What I can say to anybody that is reading that has recently discovered an affair and their world gets flipped upside down, that it gets better. Not quickly, in fact, very slowly and painfully, but it gets better. Get into counseling, read a book, do something different, talk about it, just stay busy. Find happiness, start a new career path if you're not happy. Just take risks. If anyone needs to talk, my messages are open. It's a painful journey that none of us chose, but we're here and we just have to find out the best way we can navigate it.
OP, I know this is a painful story for you, and I don't mean to sound like an ass, but I really did enjoy reading it, and I appreciate your short but very detailed writing style. As for the advice you were asking for, OP, consult your lawyer to check your options to proceed ahead with the divorce regardless. I don't know where you live exactly, but I'm pretty sure there is an option to proceed with a divorce, especially when the other party is completely silent and nowhere to be found. I'll be looking out for your final update. Viewer support is the best way for me to remain independent and continue bringing you these daily videos, which will always be here on my channels for you to watch absolutely free. So please consider subscribing to me on Rumble and on YouTube. Both will be linked in the description box down below. Thanks for listening, everyone. If you even somewhat enjoyed today's story, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, and if you really like it, consider subscribing to PattSun to never miss a future upload. Stay strong.